Hey guys, welcome back to Mathematic Girls Party 3206. So in today's video, I'm gonna start with the topic which is quadratic equation, solving a quadratic equation using not factorization but some other method. That is called by completing a square. All right. So let's quickly start with our video because in today's video you will understand about this in detail, as well as in this video I'm going to take some questions also. I'm going to solve it with all of you. If you have any doubt, you can, of course, let me know in the comment section. So this is basically NCERT questions I have taken because I know that, board exams are around the corner and also it will come in a couple of months. So yes, we should, start with our preparation as well. So let's quickly cover this topic, which is quadratic equation by completing the square method. Okay, so for that, let me share something. Uh, yes. So I just wanted to let you know about this. I hope my screen is visible now. Yes, it is visible now. So as you can see here, the topic is solution of a quadratic equation by factorization. But this video is not about this. This video is about how to solve a quadratic equation using completing or by completing the square. All right, that method we are going to understand here. So not this method, because this is on this basically topic I have already made a lot of videos. So if you want me to make a detailed video on solving a quadratic equation by factorization method as well, please let me know in the comment section. So but in today's video we will start with the other topic which I said, that is solution of a quadratic equation by completing the square. Let's understand first what this topic is saying. All right. For example, you can consider the situation here, which is written over here. That is the product of Sunita's age in years 2 years ago and her age 4 years from now is one more than twice her present age. What is her present age? Okay. So if this question is given, then of course you can solve this particular question, of course, by making the equation and then solving it using the factorization method as well. So let's understand first how we can solve this question, because with that you will also understand how to make our equation very quickly. So for that, let me write down something here. So let's understand that the product of Sunita's age in years 2 years ago and her age 4 years from now is one more than twice her present age. What is her present age? What are they asking? They are asking what is her present age. So whatever they are asking that we are not aware of, that means that is a variable. So we have to consider that as one variable. So you can start with let her present age be X. All right. Let her present age be X. Now read the question again. Do you know that the answer is fully available in the question only if you read the question properly? So let's understand this. So see, we have taken let her present age be X. Now the second information that is already given in the question, the product of, all right, the product of, that means multiplication of her age 2 years ago. What is her present age we have taken? We have taken her present age as X. What will be her age 2 years ago? Of course, X minus 2, right? And her age 4 years from now. If her age is right now X years, what will be her age after 4 years? Of course, X plus 4. So you'll write down X plus 4. Now, can you see that they have used this word, the product? That means the product of this age and this age, all right? Is, that means equals, one more than, that means 1 plus twice her present age. What is the meaning of twice? Twice is double. So double of her present age, and present age is X. So we got X. Now you can see that they have written nothing but this equation only. X minus 2 into X plus 4 equals 1 plus 2X. Let's solve this also. You know how to solve this. I'm expecting that you know how to solve this. Even if you don't know, I'll just tell you what to do. You have to multiply this X with everything here. So that is X into X plus 4, and then minus 2 with everything inside this bracket. That is also called distributive property. So minus 2 into X plus 4 equals, you can see here, 1 plus 2X. Now we can just multiply this. X into X is X squared. X into 4 is 4X. And this will become minus 2 into x, 2x, and then minus this minus 2 into 4 is 8, equals 1 plus 2x. Now we can write down this as x squared, right? Plus 4x minus 2x, that will become just 2x, right? So this is plus 2x minus 8 equals 1 plus 2x. Clearly this 2x and this 2x will get cancelled. So what we are getting? We are getting x squared minus 8. If we shift this plus 1 to this side, this will become minus 1 equals 0. That means we are getting x squared minus 9 equals 0. Correct? Now, this is called a complete square. Why is it called a complete square? Let's understand. Because that is already given here. So it will be very simple for you to understand it from the same. So as you can see that we got something like this only, x square minus 9 equals 0, right? So x square minus 9 equals 0. Of course, it is a quadratic equation. Why is it a quadratic equation? Because it has the power 2, right? I hope you are aware of this. So yes, we got x square minus 9 equals 0. Now you can consider here one thing. Imagine we are writing something like this, x plus 2 whole square minus 9 equals 0. Do you know that this is again is in the form of complete square? Why we are saying this word complete square, complete square? Do you know what is this complete square means? It just means, let me annotate here so that you can understand. Yeah, it just means, you can see in both the examples, the term containing x is completely inside a square. Can you see that we got this equation first? Here x was in a square, right? Here also, in this equation, you can see that this x is inside a square. So whenever we get such form, when x is completely inside a square, then it's very simple for us to find the roots, okay, by easily taking the square root on both the sides. So such form, such type of quadratic equations are also called completing the square. Okay, when we are solving using this method, we call it as by completing the square method. All right. So you will basically going to see that how easy it is to solve using this. But now let's understand also what do we actually mean by this. All right. So here you can notice one thing. We have something like this. All right, just a moment. Let me show this using the annotation. So yeah, so you can see here that how we will, write down this x square plus 4x. All right, this x square plus 4x. See here, x square plus 4x, this is not in the form of complete square. Why? Because here this x is coming, which is not in the square. Complete square meaning x either something like this or something like this. And even if you have another terms, that should not contain x. If it is containing x, that means we are not having the quadratic equation in the complete square form. Complete square form is something like this, that you have x inside the square. All right, but here you can notice one thing. Yeah, here you can notice one thing, that this is x square plus 4x, right? In this equation, basically, here x square plus 4x, this x is in the square, but this x is not in the square. So this is not in that form. Let's understand how we can convert this into a complete square form. Okay, first we should understand this, and then of course we are going to solve a lot of questions where you can easily solve how to convert any quadratic equation into a complete square form. Okay, so let's understand the same with the help of this example that they have shown here, which is very simple. So imagine that we have x squared plus 4x, which you can see right here, right? So just a moment, let me just go down. Yeah. So just let me use the annotation here. Yeah. So you can see here that I have written x squared plus 4x, something like this. X square, right? X square is what? Can we not make x square as a square whose side is x only, because ultimately area is x square. So this is our x square, and 4x is our nothing but something in rectangular form, where the length is x and the breadth is 4. So of course it is going to be 4x. If you add this, of course it is x squared plus 4x. X squared, try to understand, x squared, a square, right? That is why all the sides are x, x, and that is why it is x squared. 4x, right? So 4 is this and x is this. So if you just find the area of this rectangle, it is length into breadth. So 4 into x. So we are getting x squared plus 4x. Now from this, you will understand how we will convert this into a complete square. All right. Let's understand this. So now what we have done, we have added this, right? So you can see that this part of a square and this, like this rectangle, we have added. So now it is looking something like this, x squared plus 4x. Now here what I have done, like what they have done, they have taken this square as it is. And now this rectangle, they have divided like this, okay? So now it is what? This was earlier 4 and now this is 2 and 2. Of course, it is the same thing. See, it is the same rectangle that they have taken. They have just separated it from the middle. So that is why it is 2, 2. All right. Now, can we not write down this as, this is x square as it is? And for this rectangle, it is twice into x. So 2x. And then for this rectangle, of course, area is twice into x, because this is ultimately x only every time, because this is not changed. So this is x. So therefore, can we not write down this as x square plus 2x plus 2x, right? Now here, let's understand what they have done. They have kept this part here, all right? And then they have cut this part and then they have pasted it here, right? Okay, it is again the same figure. They have just cut this part and they have pasted it right here. That's it. That's the only difference. Otherwise, both these figures are, same. Okay, now what they have done, they have added something extra here, as you can see in this diagram. What they have added, they have added a square of side 2. All right. So this is 2 and this is also 2. So of course it is going to be 2 into 2. Can you see that they have done here the same thing? Plus 2 square. Why it is 2 square? Because area of a square is side into side and side is 2. So 2 into 2, so 2 square. Now is it correct that you directly, add something without balancing it? No. If you're adding something to balance it out, you have to subtract as well. So you have subtracted the same thing over here also, just to make a balance. All right. Now here you can also notice one thing, that they have written this as, all right, x plus 2. Now why they have written it like this? Because as soon as they have converted this figure into this figure, it is now looking like a rectangle. It is no more a square. Now, what's the length? The length is x plus 2. This is the length. This is x and this is 2. So, this is x plus 2. So, x plus 2 into breadth. Breadth is x. So, x plus 2 into x. And then plus, this is our rectangle as it is. 2 into x, 2 into x. That's why it is looking something like this. If you have, like if you're reading your NCERT book right now and you have not understood this part, it's a good time to understand this, because I'm trying to make it explain in the best way. All right. Okay, let's move to this one. So as I said that here what they have done, they have added something here, and just to balance it out, they have subtracted as well. All right. Now, so see, basically it was this part which they have written till here. And then because they have added here 2 square, so they have subtracted also. That's it. Now, you can notice here that this has become, all right, this part is nothing but x plus 2 whole square. Why is it x plus 2 whole square? Because this is already x plus 2 and this is x, this is also 2. So this is x plus 2. So this is x plus 2 into x plus 2 is x plus 2 square only, and then minus 2 square. All right. So can you see that we started from this x squared plus 4x and we have reached to this? That means this is, and you can also notice here that now this x is no longer outside the square. This is inside a square and there are no other x terms here which is outside the bracket. Now we can say that this is in the complete square form. I hope you understood what I wanted to make you understand from this. What is the meaning of completing the square? It simply means that the x or any variable that you are having, that should come inside a square only. That is why we have this word also. The word is self-explanatory, basically. Completing the square. So you cannot write down something like this, x plus 2 whole square and then minus x. No, that is not complete square. Complete square meaning in square, if you have something like square, every variable should come, like the variable that you are having, that should come inside that square only. That will be called completing the square. So I hope you have understood how to, basically convert uh, any quadratic equation into a complete square method. Now they have also explained the same using this. I don't know whether you will understand, like you will be able to understand this part from here or not. So that is why I'm gonna make you understand on OneNote how to convert it easily. Okay, the way I'm going to explain, I don't think so that you are ever like going to forget this method, because this is so simple. So let's quickly solve some NCERT questions where you have to find the roots of the quadratic equations by not factorization, but by completing the square method. Okay, so I'm hoping that you already know how to do by factorization, but here we will understand how we can solve all these questions by completing the square method as well, because sometimes they will specifically mention that you have to find the roots of the following quadratic equation by completing the square method only. If you're using the factorization method, and even if you are getting the right answer, they're not going to give you the marks. So yes, it's very important to understand this because it's such a nice method. All right. And I can assure you that you are going to understand it in the best way. It's just you have to watch the video till the end. All right. So let's get started with the first question. As you can see, the first question is x square minus 3x minus 10. Let's write down that question, x square minus 3x minus 10. Is it in a complete square form? No, it is not in the complete square form, because we just understood that if we have something like square, every x or every variable should come in the square only. But here we can see that this x is not in the square. So that means this is not in the complete square. We need to convert it. Let's quickly get started with this question, because we're going to solve all the questions, because I want you to be the best in this. There should be no confusion. There should be a proper understanding only. So we are going to cover all these 5 questions as quickly as possible. Let's get started. First of all, before starting with this, I hope you are aware of these two formulas, which is a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, and also another formula which is a minus b whole square, which is a square plus b square minus 2ab. All right. So these are the two formulas which we are going to use throughout. Very important. So that's why I have written this in the starting only. So yes, let's get started now. So I'll be trying here to make it fit into any of these two formulas. All right. So let's start. So I can write down this as x square as it is. That means I have completed my a square. All right. A square, I am done. Now you can see that here we have minus sign. That means, of course, we are going to use the second formula. All right, because we have here minus 2ab. So I'm going to just convert into the formula only. So a square is done. Now I'm trying to make my 2ab. All right. So minus 2 into a. Forget about what is given in the question. Just focus on the formula. A square is done. Minus twice. Okay. 2 into a. What is a here? X, not x squared. Okay, please try to understand this. It's not x squared, it's just a, because this is in a square form, right? Here it is a square, but here it is just a. So you have to write on x only, right? And then into b. But how will you understand what is b? We will understand what is b by just looking at this particular expression. Here I want 3x, right? But here I have written 2 into x. That means I have written 2x. I have to make it 3x, right? So if I do this, right, it is looking like 3x now, correct? But at the same time, I have this 2 extra. To compensate this, I'm going to divide it. And do you know that this is nothing but our B, all right, for this particular question. Or in this particular question, I'm going to be very much specific, all right? So this is our A. This is our formula, which is minus 2. And then this is our A, of course. So minus 2A. And then there is a B also. So that B is 3 by 2. Correct? So we are done with minus 2ab. And you can also see that if you solve this part, which is minus 2 into x into 3 by 2, you are getting nothing but minus 3x only, which is nothing but this minus 3x. We are balanced. All right, so we got minus 2ab also. But there is this plus b square as well. We have to write down this plus b square also. Let's write down that. Now, what is b here? 3 by 2. Right? And here the formula is plus b square. So we are going to do plus 3 by 2 whole square. Because this is nothing but our b. So can you see that we got a formula? A square minus 2ab plus b square. What is b here? 3 by 2. Do you think that 3 by 2 is anywhere given in the question? No, it is not given in the question. We have added something extra. Again, to compensate it, you have to subtract it. So minus 3 by 2 whole square, right? Because we have added something extra, we need to balance it out by subtracting the same thing. And then this minus 10 as it is. So minus 10 and equals 0. Now it's very simple to move ahead. What do you have to do? You just need to write down the formula. Like you need to make use of the formula, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square. It is nothing but a minus b whole square. A is x minus b is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 whole square. All right. And then this is minus 9 by 4. And then minus 10 equals 0. Now, I hope it's pretty much clear what I'm trying to do it here. So this is x minus 3 by 2 whole square. And this, if I shift it on the other side, this will become 9 by 4 plus 10. Now, can you see that we are almost done? We have converted it into a complete square, right? Because our x is inside a square only. So now we can write down this x minus 3 by 2 whole square equals, if you take LCM here, this will become 9 plus 40, which is 49 upon 4. I have just done here the LCM. I have just added it. So it is 49 upon 4. Now what we can do, we can write down this as x minus 3 by 2 whole square equals, can I not write down 49 upon 4 as 7 upon 2 whole square? Because 7 square is 49, 2 square is 4. Now, if I take a square root on both the sides, so it is going to be nothing but, I have taken square root on both the sides. That means square will get cancelled. And you know that whenever we take a square root, it's always plus minus, all right? You can also ask why plus minus. Imagine you are writing imagine you have something like this, x square equals 4. So you will say that x equals only 2. Do you think that it will be correct? No, it will not be correct. Because if you just put this 2 here, this will become 2 square, which is giving you 4. But even if you are having minus 2 and you are putting here minus 2, it is also giving us 4. Then why can you just write down plus 2? No. That's why we always write on plus minus 2. So here again, using this rule, we can write on here plus minus 7 by 2. Now you can take two cases here. Okay, you can just take this as when you are taking the positive sign and when you are taking the, or we can say negative sign. So these are the two cases, and with the help of this, we will get the value. So this will become x equals minus 3 by 2 will become plus 3 by 2. This 7 by 2 as it is. Here this will become minus 7 by 2. Minus 3 by 2 will become plus 3 by 2, right? And now this we can write down as, if I take LCM, this will become 3 plus 7, which is 10 by 2, which is 5. And this will become x equals minus 7 plus 3, which is minus 4. So minus 4 by 2, which is minus 2. So we got the two values of x, which is 5 and minus 2. So that's our answer. So in this particular question, I took a longer time. I know, because I wanted to make you understand it in the best way. Now the next questions, we will just try to do it quickly. All right. So let's take our second question now. And yes, let me just go down. And yeah, so that is our second question. Let's quickly solve that as well. So yes, 1 minute. Yeah, so this is our second question. Let's quickly start with the solution. So as you can see here, we have 2x squared plus x minus 6. Always remember that whenever you are converting it into the formula, a squared always should have the coefficient 1. Okay, that means here number should always be 1. But here you can say that it is 2. What's the best way to do this? Dividing by 2 throughout. So what this will become? X squared plus x by 2 minus 6 by 2 equals 0 by 2, which is 0 only, right? Balanced. This will become x squared. Now I'll move faster. And this will become plus x by 2, and this is minus 3 equals 0. Now, as I said, we will try to make a formula now. So what it will become? This will become, yeah, a squared, right? Now here it is plus, right? So plus 2 into a is x into b. I want here by x by 2, right? So I want 2 here, right? I want 2 here, so that it is x by 2. But also I have multiplied by 2. So to compensate this, I have to divide by 2 also. Now it is balanced. Also, you can notice that if you solve this part, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So you're ultimately getting x by 2 only. So it is balanced. Now, because you can see that 2 into a into b, right? What is b here? B is this part, which is 1 upon 4. So I'm going to add 1 upon 4 square, and I'm going to subtract 1 upon 4 square. Minus 3 equals 0. Let's move ahead. Now it's very simple. So now we can write down this as, yeah, we can convert here already. So this is a plus b whole square. So x plus 1 by 4 whole square, and then minus 1 upon 16 minus 3 equals 0. Right? So this will become x plus 1 by 4 whole square. How we got this? Using the formula. Equals, this will become 1 upon 16 and minus 3 will become plus 3. Now this we can write down as, quickly write down. So this we can write down as x plus 1 upon 4 whole square equals, if you take LCM, this will become 49 upon 16, right? So this we can also write down as x plus 1 by 4 whole square. This will become 7 upon 4 whole square, right? Now, if I take square root on both the sides, it will become x plus 1 upon 4 equals plus minus 7 upon 4, all right? Plus minus 7 upon 4. Now, taking these two cases, we have x plus 1 upon 4 equals 7 upon 4, or x plus 1 upon 4 equals minus 7 upon 4. That's it. So if you simplify, this will become 7 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4, which is 6 upon 4, which is 3 by 2. So we got our first value of x, which is 3 by 2. And the second one is x equals minus 7 by 4 minus 1 by 4, which is x equals minus 8 upon 4, which is nothing but minus 2. So we got our x. And we are solving each and every question using completing the square method only. We are not using factorization method. Again, I'll say, if you want a video, a separate video on how to solve factorization, because that is also very simple, please let me know in the comment section. I'll be making a separate video on that. All right, yes, we are done with this. Now let's do our third question. We have 5 questions. Let's finish it out quickly. Yeah. So let me just check the questions here. Yes. So the third, fourth, and fifth question we have to do quickly. Let's start with the third question. All right. So the third question is this. As you can see, root 2x squared plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. Let's start with the solution, the third one. Again, as I said, x squared, the a square part should be free from any constant. It should contain only 1. So here what we can do, we can divide it by root 2 throughout. So this will become x squared. This will become 7 upon root 2x. And this will become 5 root 2 upon root 2. That means just 5 equals 0. Okay. I'm just skipping some of the steps, but at the same time, I'm not skipping any of the words. I'm not skipping to speak any of the things which I'm doing. So mark my words as well. So yes. So again, let's convert this into the formula. So for that, let me now change the color because I'm not using a different color from so long now. Yes, so we can write down this as a squared plus 2ab. That means 2 into a is x into b. Now here we want 7 upon root 2x, but here only x is there. We want 7 upon root 2 some, by some way. So 7 upon root 2, just add it, 7 upon root 2. Now as soon as you are doing this 7 upon root 2, what is the extra thing you can see here? I can just see one extra thing. See, this is 7 upon root 2x. It is not extra because it is already there. We are trying to convert it into a formula. So 2 into a into b, right? So this 2 is extra. So we have to divide by 2. Now, let's just not skip here any of the steps so that you will not have any doubts. So x squared plus 2 into a into b here is 7 into 1, 7, and 2 into root 2 is 2 root 2 plus 5 equals 0. Now, can you notice here that a is x, b is 7 upon 2 root 2. So let's write down this again, x squared plus 2ab. So 2 into x into 7 upon 2 root 2. Now, just to complete the formula, we have to add here 7 upon 2 root 2 square. To compensate, minus 7 upon 2 root 2 square. Plus 5 equals 0. Now, this is nothing but a formula of a plus b whole square. So, a plus b is 7 upon 2 root 2 square. All right. And then plus minus 7 upon 2 root 2 whole square. This part, see this part as it is. We have just written for this our formula a plus b whole square. But this part as it is, which is minus 7 upon 2 root 2 whole square plus 5 equals 0. All right, let's move ahead. So we can write down this as x plus 7 upon 2 root 2 whole square. And if you shift this to the other side, this will become plus 7 upon 2 root 2 whole square. And plus 5 will become minus 5. And now this we can write down as x plus 7 upon 2 root 2 whole square equals, this is 49 and this is 2 square 4 and root 2 square is 2 only. So 4 into 2 is 8 minus 5. And now this will become x plus 7 upon 2 root 2 whole square equals 49 minus 40 if you take the LCM. So that is 9 upon 8. Now we can write down this as 9, of course, you can write down this as 3 square, right? But what about 8? Do you know that 8 we can write down as 2 root 2 whole square? Now if you simplify, you will get 9 upon 8 only. You can check. So x plus 7 upon 2 root 2 whole square, all right? Now we can write down this as, again, by taking square root on both the sides, this will become x plus 7 upon 2 root 2 equals plus minus. So let us consider both the cases. So 3 2 root 2, or the second case is x plus 7 upon 2 root 2 equals minus 3 upon 2 root 2. Now if you simplify this, this will become x equals 3 upon 2 root 2 minus 7 upon 2 root 2, which is minus 4 upon 2 root 2, right? And this will become 2 into 2, 4. So minus 2 upon root 2. If you want, you can leave the answer here also. But I know that if you are matching this with your answer that is given in your book, it is not same, because we have to rationalize this. So into root 2 upon root 2, that is called rationalization. All right. So this will become minus 2 root 2 upon root 2 into root 2 is 2. So this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So we're getting the value of x as minus root 2. This is our first answer. Let's solve this. This will become minus 3 root 2 root 2, and 7 upon 2 root 2 will become minus 7 upon 2 root 2. If you take LCM, this will become minus 10 upon 2 root 2. This will get cancelled. Again, we have to rationalize this. Why we are rationalizing? Because we have an irrational term in the denominator. Okay, if you want, again, a separate topic on this rationalization. If you're not good in rationalization, let me know in the comment section. So this will become minus 5 root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. So yeah, we are getting the second answer of x as this. So that's our final answer. All right, so we have completed our third question as well. Now we are just left with 2 more. So let's quickly solve those 2 questions as well. Yeah, I've already copied this. Yes, so let's start with the fourth question, which is this one. Again, you can see here that, we have this x square is containing 2. So divide by 2 throughout. So what it will become? It will become x square minus x by 2 and then plus 1 upon 16 equals 0. Now let's simplify this. So this is a squared minus 2 into a, right? But I want x by 2, so I'll do b, right? But here you can see one thing, that we are getting x by 2, but here something is extra, which is 2. So to compensate this, we will divide by 2. Plus 1 upon 16 equals 0. So this will become x squared minus 2 into a into b. Here is 1 upon 4. B, we have to put it into the formula. So b squared, and because to balance it out, minus b squared plus 1 upon 16 equals 0. Now let's solve this. So this will become a minus b, because here we are having a formula x a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this will become a minus b whole square, which is x minus 1 upon 4 whole square. And if you shift this, this will become 1 upon 16. Oh, very nice. We are getting something interesting. This will become plus 1 by 16 and this will become minus 1 by 16. That means we are getting some, this was very simple, x minus 1 upon 4 whole square, and this is 0. Now here we don't need to write down plus minus 0, because in 0 there is no such thing plus minus, because 0 is a neutral number. So we are getting just x minus 1 by 4 equals 0. And when we are getting this, we are getting just one value of x, not multiple, just one value of x, which is 1 upon 4. That's the answer. And now we are done with all the 4 questions except the last one. Let's quickly finish out that question as well, which is our 5th question. So yeah, which is 100x square minus 20x. Oh, no, we have to just solve this one. So we have the 5th one, 100x square minus 20x plus 1 equals 0. You know that we have to remove this 1. So for that, we are going to divide throughout by 100. So this will become x square minus 20 by 100 is nothing but 1 upon 5 and then x as it is. So it is x upon 5 plus 1 equals 0. Now quickly use the formula. So this will become a square minus 2 into a. I am getting b here, so I have to do b. What's the extra? This minus 2. This 2 is extra. So compensate by dividing. Now, can you see that this 2 and 2 will get cancelled? So we're ultimately getting minus x by 5 only. We are done. Now, plus 1 equals 0. Now, let's make our b in this step. So a square minus 2ab. So 2 into a into b is 1 upon 10. So 1 upon 10 square, because this is our b square. To compensate, minus 1 upon 10 square plus 1 equals 0. All right, and now this we can write down as, because it is in the formula of a minus b whole square, let's write down a minus b is 1 upon 10 whole square equals, this minus 1 upon 10 whole square will become plus 1 upon 10 whole square, and plus 1 will become minus 1. And this will become x minus 1 upon 10 whole square equals, this is 1 upon 100 minus 1. All right. And then we can write down this as x minus 1 upon 10 whole square equals 1 upon 100 minus 1. If you take the LCM here, this will become minus 99 upon 100. Now, as soon as we are getting a minus number here, we are getting one answer. No real value, all right? No real value of x exists. No real value of x exists. Why? Because it's not possible to get something like this. We cannot solve this because it's impossible to find a square root of a negative number. That is why it was very important to solve the last question as well, just to make you understand that every time you will not get a value of x. Sometimes you get something like this also, where it is not possible only to find the value of x. So I hope you have understood this video. I hope you have understood everything which I explained in this particular video, because all of you are like all the 10th class students, you're preparing for your boards. So if this part was not clear, like in your school or from your other teacher, I hope it's clear now. Let me know in the comment section whether you have understood this video or not. Also, let me know in the comment section if you want any specific video of any particular maths topic, like you want me to make. So let me know in the comment section as well. Till now, bye-bye, take care, and see you soon in the next video. Thank you so much.